the plot of The Spy Who Loved Me book novel is the plot of The Spy Who Loved. One issue. Okay, it's okay. Although it does annoy me that it's once. And then it goes more or less. We don't really go too much detail, but this is an entire 3/4. And to be honest, I can understand why some people might find the first four. Sorry, Fleming does slightly. Yeah, it's. Actually, I'll cut that last bit. Which is, in fact, if because in fact, if I don't think any Bond would work in this story besides Rod. I think the best Bond who would have been in said film, the best one would definitely be Roger Moore. He's not a silly not a silly Bond or an easygoing. Not so I don't really see maybe Pierce Brosnan. So I don't really. So I think Roger Moore had this story been a film. So I mean, I'm trying to because he's in the film version. I'm trying to Roger. I mean, because he's in the film. He's in the film because he's in the film version that we did get anyway. I did try, but even if I was reading it with Sean Connery or Daniel Craig, it would still be still harder to tell. Maybe if combined with his more mellow side from the 10th through to 12th chapters, providing with a pretty the quote, and I quote, the sentence, and I quote, is, "It has a sweet brutality against my bruised body." I hate the quote, or basically. So the fact that to say, I find that kind of because the rest of the story, because she's falling in love with Bond, presumably on the latter one. It should have just. On the other hand, maybe you should just have written that she was. No, I'm not coming with an alternative. I'm just making a point. That's really only the. That's really the. That is the worst thing of this. I know it's been nearly 20 years since this. No, sorry, not 20. There's a difference between wanting romantic partners to take them consensually, and then there's a difference between consensual partners wanting their. There's a difference between people wanting their partners to consentingly take them. Like it's like both okay with doing this. They're both up for it. And then there's I'm not getting this. There's a difference between consensual wanting the other partner. There's a difference between wanting the part. There's a difference between a person consensually. I hope I said that right. Consensually. But it's implied that he's probably got. But despite that, it kind of gets a bit which is their term for which means they'll have their way, they'll rape, or which means they'll have their way, preferably. But as characters, they're not that great. They're not really great. I do find it pretty but as villain and these guy, the manager, all that worrisome. So yeah, so the villains aren't really that great in this book. but it's not perfect. It's got its weaker moments. It's not that. I shall be giving The Spy Who Loved Me, the book or novel, a yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was a pretty fun book. Well, not yeah, actually, yeah. Um, although it is a bit like the Quantum of Solace short story, but from actually no, I won't talk about that. That's not quite right. However, the 10th James Bond film, which was made by Albert R. Broccoli, um, who just like in the book, um, yeah, I think he's even weaker than the ones in the Living Daylights, and they have don't have much person. Not to say that he's any better than the ones in, but I think the film is slightly better. But I would pick the film over the book. Um, but to summarise and next time we will be getting to a James Bond novel that I have been looking forward to for a long time. A grand adventure on page and on film, and so I will be taking. So I'm pretty looking. Next time we will be looking at On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the novel. Next time we'll be taking a look at the novel. Just both those scenes reminding those bits of the book reminded me of scenes from For Your Eyes Only and Skyfall, the films. But like, don't forget to click below to subscribe to the Nicholas Payne bonus content YouTube channel.